This is how you make kombucha, or tea, if you'd like to make tea and kombucha. And this is my method of making tea, which is ginger lemon tea with black and green tea bags, turmeric, and sugar. It makes it taste like iced tea, but better. So we got water here in a pot. We're just heating it up. Once it's up to a boil, then we'll be adding the ingredients. So this is all the ingredients that I use. I have here some ginger. This spot I think needs to be cut off and washed and clean. I have here a piece of ginger here. It's got a little bit of mold. I think I'm gonna peel that off, but I wonder if this mold here is the same stuff that makes ginger beer. I'm not sure. I got one lemon and a tiny little piece of turmeric. And this is about all you need. You just slice it very thin and make many little different small cuts, and then you got tiny little slices, which will make it taste a lot better. And so you do the same with every piece of this. As long as you can make them as thinly sliced as you possibly can, then all the nutrients and all the flavor comes out of it when it's brought up to boil. So I will be doing that step next. Now that the ingredients have all been washed, the flavoring ingredients I should say, and the health oriented ingredients. Now I'm going to wait until the water is fully boiled, and then I will be chopping them up and adding them to the water. Look at all the scraps we have now, from all the tea we made yesterday and all the tea we're making today. I'm now going to go feed the chickens these scraps. Okay, so now that the water is at a rolling boil and we've added our ingredients, we're going to let it boil here, setting it to 2. Just gonna let it roll like this for a bit. Take all the nutrients out, kind of thing, and yeah. Then we get to add some black tea and some green tea. So I'll update you on that process. Okay, now that we have our tea here and it's been roughly 10 minutes, I'm going to be adding black tea and green tea. Well, green tea will be involved 10 minutes after the black tea has had a chance to brew, just because of the strength of the different teas. We're going to I'll do a good old Uncle Sam or Uncle Si and Duck Dynasty thing. Throw 4 or 5 of those suckers in there. Make it nice and strong. There's a lot of water in here, so it's probably not going to be that strong. You know what? For the sake of it, I'll throw in an extra one. Yeah. Now for the green tea, I'm thinking 2 or 3. I think maybe 3. Look at that. It's already turning tea color. Alright, I'll let that simmer and boil a little bit for a while, and for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is how long I'm going to let it sit there for. Then after 10 minutes, I'll be adding green tea. Okay, so now that it has been 5 minutes it's been 10 minutes with the black tea, and now 5 minutes with the green tea after that 10 minutes. So black tea has been in there for 15 minutes and the green tea has been in there for 5. Now look at the color of the tea soup. So this tea soup needs a little bit of a stir. But once it's been stirred around a little bit, then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the tea bags. So I'll be doing that now. And then we let it cool down. Then once we remove the tea bags, then we're going to add the sugar. Now I'm going to add sugar and water up until about here, just so that the tea can be filled and also have some sugar. So I'm going to add 1 cup. I don't know if it's going to be a half cup or a full cup, but half cup or full cup of this natural organic sugar from sugarcane, and yeah, then we'll have our tea. Mix around, and then turn off the heat and let it kind of cool down. So I put 1 cup of this sugar in there and almost 2 liters of hot water just to bring it up to that good old line. I also turn off the heat. So now all the heat is coming from the water that's already been boiled up and the soup, the tea soup as I call it. And then also this here. I put 1 cup of organic sugar in here. So I'm thinking I'm going to experiment trying to bring down the sugar contents of this tea and to see what the differences are over time. Because our taste buds sense the amount of sweetness based off of what it's acclimated to. If it has a lot of sugar intake on a daily basis, then drinking something that does not have any sugar in it will kind of taste not great. But having something that has a little bit of sugar in it will taste pretty, like not sweet enough. Something that tastes really sweet for somebody who doesn't drink sugar much is a very sweet beverage, or something that doesn't have much sugar, but somebody who doesn't eat sugar at all, it will appear to be very sweet. So, look at that beautiful look to the tea. This is my iced tea recipe. So I will be bottling this once it cools down. But all that it is green tea, black tea, 1 cup of cane sugar, organic of course, but also a lemon, a piece of ginger, and a piece of turmeric. And that's it. Healthy, filling, tasty, nutritious, and good for you. Oh yeah, and it's also all natural, made from scratch. It's time to get on to bottling the tea. Hey bud, you ready? Yeah, he is. So we grab our bottles from our drawer here, nice and clean. And we got our stuff is all nice and cool down. And we'll be using a filter. Or not a filter, a funnel. Don't need no filters. This is all natural. A taste of pure delightfulness. I'm gonna grab one of these rubber filters here. This one in particular. And I'm gonna use it like so. And here, let's see if I can one-handle this thing. Use one full. Now, no matter what's in there, I'm pretty certain that it'll get filtered through. So let's make a little mess here, why don't we? That's gonna take a little while. Might just use another filter then. So from this whole pot here, I was able to fill 6 of these. And I've already had 2 cups of tea as well, and I still have a bit more left over. So I think it would have made about 8 of them. So it's time to make another pot of tea. Because now that I've made these, I might as well just make another batch. And then add the scobies to that batch. And then just put these in the fridge for me to enjoy over the week. I'm making tea into bottled tea. Cheaper than the bottled stuff that you get from the store. It's iced tea, all natural iced tea using lemons, ginger, and turmeric. Black tea, green tea, and sugarcane, organic sugarcane. Boom, deliciousness. And then over here I have some tea from yesterday that I put scobies in, and I'm making kombucha. And the next thing I'm gonna do is make another pot of tea, and that pot of tea is gonna be used for the other bottles that I have right here. I'm gonna make another batch of tea, but this time, this tea here, I'm gonna see if I can turn it into kombucha tea. A little bottle of kombucha tea. If not, then I'll just have extra bottles of tea. Exciting! Had another idea here. If you had just these and a little bit of vodka in there, it would be cheap hay-alls. Like really, really cheap hay-alls. Or the what's it called?
iced tea booze, or whatever it's called. Yeah, super cheap. And this is just iced tea. Home style iced tea from scratch. It's got lemon, ginger, turmeric, green tea, and black tea, and sugar cane to sweeten it up. Add a little bit of vodka in there, and boom, you got your own nice beverage for really cheap.